maybe a player's stock, so he slides a little bit. Right, that's been done over and over and over again. So you have to keep it in mind. But things that I've read about the 49ers is that Kyle Shanahan likes Mac Jones, and their general manager, John Lynch, maybe doesn't like Mac Jones as much, right? So you have coach and GM split if the report is the case. Because here's how I am trading up the three. Is that the GM and the coach are in lockstep with who they want. That's it. That's the only way. Like, I'm not even saying that John Lynch should defer to Kyle Shanahan, that it should be Kyle Shanahan's decision. But, I mean, listen, Kyle Shanahan needs to be able to sign off on what quarterback, right? And it really is steadfast about Mac Jones is my guy. So what? Now John Lynch is going to go against him? Or John Lynch is going to defer to the coach? What happens if Mac Jones isn't as good as some of the other players? That's on John Lynch, right? So, I find it crazy that a team would trade up to 3 without knowing specifically what quarterback they're drafting. They can say, well, we like the quarterback's going to be there. Well, what does that mean? I mean, there's 3 quarterbacks that are going to be there, right? Like, which one do you want? The only way I'm trading up is if I know a guy is there and that's who I want, right? Like, I targeted a guy and say, boom. Hold on, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're putting pressure on yourself to now figure out who the quarterback is. Who is your quarterback? And if they're not in unison, if they're not in lockstep on who that guy's going to be at 3, to me, that's trouble. That's trouble. Now, who knows? Maybe it ends up working out. But certainly, now the 49ers have put themselves under pressure at 3. They got to choose the right guy. Easy for the Jags, easy for the Jets. 1, 2, now what? And then the Falcons at 4. That's really interesting because we know the 49ers are going to go quarterback at 3. The Falcons at 4 really start the draft because they could go quarterback, although there's been a lot of talk that the pick is for sale, or they could stay there and they could draft a guy like Kyle Pitts. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to take another wide receiver. I guess they could, but they could do a lot of things there. They could trade back, significant maybe with a team like the Denver Broncos that want to get up to 4 to take that 4th quarterback. But that's really when the draft starts. 5, Cincinnati, I think they're gonna take a wide receiver. They're gonna take an offensive lineman, Vinay Sewell, and then Miami, who now have the Eagles pick at 6. Like they're gonna take, I believe, the best skill guy that's there, whether it's Jamar Chase or whether it's Kyle Pitts. I know that there's been Vinay Sewell's been linked to them as well. But I mean, so for me, right now, less than 3 weeks to the draft, it's all about what the 49ers are doing at 3. And then the Falcons really start the draft at 4. They can take that pick. They can go quarterback. That's what I would do. If you like a quarterback, man, listen, Matt Ryan is a former MVP, and Matt Ryan has been a really, really good quarterback in this league. They won 4 games last year. All right, Matt Ryan can still put up some numbers, but look inside those games and see how many games were actually competitive. And I know it's not just the quarterback, but he's part of it. I'd be moving on and I'd be getting a quarterback. Now, maybe they don't like the guys that'll be there 4 on. And then I guess you shouldn't draft a quarterback, but Matt Ryan wouldn't scare me off from drafting a quarterback, that's for sure. If I really like a guy at Trey Lance that maybe needs a year or 2 or a year to really kind of be ready to play in the NFL, it's a perfect scenario. Matt Ryan plays for however many games or a year, Trey Lance becomes the guy. And then from there, the other big question, at least in my mind, is what are the Patriots going to do? What are the New England Patriots going to do? They're sitting at 15. They need a quarterback. They need a young quarterback. Now it's Cam Newton, or if they're able to get Jimmy Garoppolo, however that situation ends up working out. Are they going to try to trade up and get a quarterback? Is there even going to be a quarterback available at that point? We don't know, but certainly Bill Belichick under pressure. They just spent a lot of money in free agency, which is unlike them, to try to get back to being a playoff team, to get back to being the rulers of the AFC East. They have a lot of work to do to overtake the Buffalo Bills. So we'll talk about that with our guests. We'll talk about that with you as well at 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. My name is John Marks, and we'll come back with Sunday morning headlines. We'll get some phone calls. We'll get moving on the show. Good Sunday morning, everybody. This is John Marks on CBS Sports Radio.
I'm not commuting anymore. Where do I really want to live? Well, you handle life's questions. Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move. With the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and network. Merrill, the Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing gold to get started today. Invest with all risk. Merrill Lynch
battery power.